Hey guys, so a lot has changed since the video that I previously uploaded prior to this one. Um, so I don't even remember everything that I said in that video, so if I repeat information, I apologize. I have been out of the hospital. This is the third day that I've been out of the hospital. I was in the hospital for 20 days, and so it has been a long road. I also have new accessories. So I am currently, obviously, I have new accessory here. I can give you guys more information about that in another video, but I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about what happened. So, give you guys the information about what happened, like I said. So, I am going to start from the beginning. So, I was having a good weekend, and then I had actually forgotten to bring my seizure medication with me for the weekend. I was spending the weekend here, and yeah, so basically not having my seizure medication. For those of you who don't know, I have a seizure disorder. I take 1,500 milligrams of Keppra twice a day. So I missed a couple of doses of that, and Sunday morning I ended up having multiple seizures that lasted longer than 8 minutes. So it was a very scary situation. I had at least two seizures that lasted longer than 8 minutes, and I was still seizing when the ambulance showed up to pick me up and bring me to the emergency room. Once I got to the emergency room, well, I started kind of waking up in the ambulance. I just remember like 1 second I was sitting on the couch here, and then the next thing I know, I'm in the ambulance and these people are looking at me, and like I could see their lips moving, but I couldn't understand what they were saying to me. So once I got to the emergency room, everything was really a blur. I was unable to move the right side of my body. Um, so the decision then had to be made whether to give me the clot busting medication, to try to figure out if I'm having a stroke, what's going on. Initially, the initial imaging did not show a stroke, but we have done like 6 or 7 MRIs at this point, and there is a small stroke that they missed on the initial MRI and CT imaging. So I had a stroke, needless to say, again. I am currently in a wheelchair. That was one of the other new accessories other than this, because I'm still unable to use this right side. On top of the stroke, I also have a neurological condition that I was diagnosed with, and that is something that is similar to a bunch of other neurological conditions, where it is going to have moments of relapse as well as other times where things will kind of go back to normal. So it's going to be basically a lifelong issue that I'm going to have to deal with. So the reason why I was in the emergency, well, not the emergency room, the reason why I was in the hospital so long is because I was doing inpatient rehab for at least 2 weeks. And like I said, I'm still unable to walk at this point. I can stand up just fine. I'm able to balance pretty well. I do a lot of scooting, so I can transfer, like I can do pivot transfers from my wheelchair to the toilet, or my wheelchair to the shower chair, the wheelchair to the bed, things like that. But at least for the time being, I am going to be in a wheelchair. This is, like I said, going to be a very long process. I will give you guys more information about those types of things if that's something you're interested in. But as of right now, that's not what I wanted to make this video about. So I think the last video that I recorded, I actually filmed when I was in the ICU because I did choose to get the clot busting medication. So after you get that clot busting medication, you have to be in the ICU for a minimum of 24 hours. You have to be in the bed because if you fall, if you hit your head, anything like that, you can literally bleed to death and die. So they have to be very, very careful with you after you've gotten that clot busting medication, which I did choose to do. So I actually got flown down to a bigger hospital where they had ICU availability. ICU was pretty much the only place where I had a private room, so I wasn't able to do a whole lot of filming just because, like, once I got transferred from the ICU to the stroke unit, I had another person in the room with me. From the stroke unit, I think I spent 1 or 2 days in the stroke unit, and then I got transferred down to the inpatient rehab unit where I had a roommate there. It was very similar to a nursing home type of situation down in the rehab unit. If you guys want more information, I do plan to share everything with you guys. So those videos will be coming. Just let me know what kind of information you want and I can share all that stuff with you. Then that roommate left. I got another roommate, which that was a whole situation in and of itself because this new roommate had chair alarms and bed alarms, got transferred to another room where I had another roommate, stayed there for a couple days in that room until that roommate went home, and then they were bringing down 2 men who needed that room because the room that I was in had a Hoyer lift attached to the ceiling above the bed that I was in, and the one man needed a Hoyer lift, so they transferred me. And then I finally got a private room, but even then, like, that room was so small and I just had no energy for filming. I was doing multiple hours of therapies a day, and by therapies, while I was in inpatient rehab, I did speech therapy for a short amount of time. And then up until the day before I left, I was doing occupational therapy and physical therapy. I did leave with referrals to do occupational and physical therapy here. But I have to wait for them to contact me to kind of set up those appointments and things like that. Tomorrow I actually have a hospital follow-up with my primary doctor, so it's just a lot going on. Obviously, I am no longer at my godmother's house. I no longer live there, so I will make another video kind of giving you guys an update on the living situation. There were multiple reasons. I got very emotional about everything going on, and I just kind of felt like my godmother didn't want to deal with kind of everything going on with the situation. So yeah, but anyways, that is kind of the gist of what happened. Like I said, I will make multiple videos kind of giving you guys more information step by step on what happened. This has all been really, really overwhelming for me, so it may take me a little bit to kind of film everything. Obviously, due to the fact that I am in a wheelchair and need assistance with a lot of things, like there have been major adjustments to my life, and I am no longer able to work, at least currently. I am not sure how much function I will be able to get back, if I'm able to get back more than what I currently have. They were hopeful that I would have progressed more in physical and occupational therapy on the rehab unit than I was able to. But they were very, very happy that they were able to get me to a point where I could do the pivot transfers and I'm able to stand up, like I said, very, very well on my own. Obviously every once in a while, like I still have someone there to help me, like for the big transfers and things like that. And it is a good idea to have somebody there who can help me if needed, just in case, even if they're just somewhere in the house, so that if I need help, I can say, hey, like, I need help, I'm gonna fall, something like that. But it's just very, very overwhelming. So it may take me a little bit to be able to talk about certain things because this is all very frustrating to me. I have broken down multiple times, like in private. I have broken down multiple times, like crying because I don't know what is going to happen with my life. I do plan to try to figure out, like, financially what I'm going to do. Like, do I need to apply for disability? Like, what do I need to do to kind of make things work? So, at some point today, I will probably make another video, but I just kind of wanted to get this out there. So I was flown, life flighted from the hospital in the Upper Peninsula, not the one that I used to work at, because like I said, I'm not currently working anywhere. I'm about an hour away from home. I mean, this is where I'm living now, but about an hour away from where I was living previous to the last video. So anyways, I got life flighted down to Munson, ICU in Traverse City, Michigan. So that's a bigger hospital. And yeah, like I wish I would have been able to film more like while I was in the hospital, but obviously I had to focus on getting better and rehab and things like that. So anyways, I said all that to say I'm okay. If you want to know more about the situation and what happened, like I said, stay tuned for those videos. They will be coming. And I have also been toying with the idea of like creating a different TikTok account to kind of share my story over there. So if I do that, I will let you guys know. As of right now, I haven't done that, but yeah, anyways, I will have a lot more time to film videos. So as I have the energy to share things with you guys will see that content. So yeah, anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and stay tuned if you want to hear what happened.